I call Todd McClay.
Speaker, thank you very much. I actually, before coming to the House, asked my colleague, Dr. Cam Calder. I said, Dr. Calder, if I listen to Brendan Burns in the House, will I live longer? He said, you won't, but it will certainly seem like it, Mr. Speaker. Can I say to you that it might be cold outside, Mr. Mallard, it might be cold outside, but it's definitely barbecue season. After the horrible speech made by the Leader of the Opposition yesterday, Mr. Speaker, it's certainly barbecue time. And I've just got a piece of paper in front of me. Now, members opposite have spoken about GST going up and the effects it'll have. This piece of paper in front of me comes from the barbecue factory. In fact, it's a special they have at the moment. It's a small red barbecue that few would ever use, adjustable cooking grid. It shields the wind for winter. It's priced at $49.99. Now, I guarantee you, Mr. Speaker, I guarantee you that when GST goes up on the 1st of October, there's a reasonable chance this will still be a $49.99 barbecue. But some of the members already know this because they've been out today looking for the closest barbecue factory and they've bought it. To the member opposite, who many have respect for, the interesting thing is that it's often better to be silent, you're right, and thoughtful than it is to speak and remove all doubt. Now, I might have actually just offered you that advice earlier, most certainly. Mr. Speaker, what has this budget done for New Zealand? It's the biggest tax reform, the biggest reform of our tax system in 25 years. 73% of New Zealanders will now pay 17.5% tax rate. 73%. Isn't that wonderful, Mr. Speaker? But what about some of the people out in the public who don't come and spend as much time here as we do? I got some messages overnight from people in Rotorua. Joe from Rotorua said, "Thank you, Todd." He said, "I remember asking what you were going to do for me before the election. Thank you all. Finally something for those of us who work hard, do overtime and want to get ahead." Mr. Speaker. And then we've got John, also from Rotorua, said, "Great budget, Todd. Watching the debate now with Gough and Cosgrove, etc., spitting tax." He corrected himself. He said it was actually spitting tax. It shows you guys have done well. And then the final one that I'd like to read out, Mr. Speaker, JK said yesterday, middle-income earners have received nothing from Labor. In fact, we have been shafted, this man John said. In other words, received nothing. Our kids, 3 of them, have all left home. We have 2 incomes and finally have a chance to keep a little more of what we earn. Well, these are real New Zealanders, everyday New Zealanders, not the people that write on your blogs. And, of course, Mrs. Chadwick's just said to me, will this be good for Rotorua? It'd be pretty hard to know what's good for Rotorua when you sit in your office in Tauranga, but that's a debate for another day. We'll do that next year. Mr. Speaker, can I say to you, the only thing standing between the people of Rotorua and these tax cuts is the rest of my speech. This was to be a 10-minute speech. Can I say to you that they've waited 10 long years for a tax cut? Mr. Speaker, for the good of the people of Rotorua, I'll happily give up the rest of my time so that we can vote after the speech and give the people of New Zealand the tax cuts they've wanted for a long time. I support this bill. Thank you.